Guys, back with another video. I'm going to try and make this quick. I forgot to bring my laptop with me because right now I'm in Wales. I'm in Cardiff. I've bought a ticket to see Wales take on Bosnia in the World Cup playoff game. So, last time for these nations to try and qualify for the World Cup. I did make a video about the UEFA zones playoffs. I think it's been copyrighted, so I kind of have to edit something out. Anyway, but yeah, I forgot to bring my laptop with me, so I need to make this video like this. This one's about the Inter-confederation playoffs. So that's the playoffs where the other five confederations, FIFA confederations, will have a chance to compete with each other. See who goes through. A total of 6 nations are in it. They're split into two different paths, similar to the paths in the UEFA playoffs. Path 1 and 2, 3 different nations in each path. The top nation or the top ranked nation only plays one game, and if they win their match, that one match, they qualify for the 2026 World Cup. The lower ranked teams, so the other 4 teams, will have to play 2 matches. So DR Congo and Iraq were ranked the highest. So in path 1, DR Congo would just have to play 1 game, and in path 2, Iraq would just have to play the 1 match. The other nations in path 1 was Jamaica and New Caledonia. And the winner of that match between them, again, will take on DR Congo. So again, the lower ranked you are, more matches you needed to play, or need to play, I should say, to qualify for the World Cup. And, in path 2 with Iraq, the two other nations in their path, Bolivia and Suriname, will go up against each other to see who will take on Iraq. So the Inter-confederation playoffs made 6 teams. 2 of them are from the CONCACAF, that's Jamaica and Suriname. 1 of them is from the AFC, that's Iraq. 1 is from the CAF, that's DR Congo. 1 from the CONMEBOL, that's Bolivia. And 1 from the OFC, that's New Caledonia. Quickly talk about path 1 and path 2, mention the individual teams. So in path 1, Jamaica have qualified for World Cup before, but just the once. That was back in 1998. They did manage to get a win in that World Cup. They did beat Japan in their final match, but both nations did get eliminated from the group stage back in 1998. So they're looking to try and qualify for another World Cup. They probably really should have qualified in the group stage of the CONCACAF. They did well in the second round, won all their matches, but in the next round, both Trinidad and Tobago and Corsica gave them some problems, especially towards the end, with Jamaica drawing their last 2 games. That allowed Corsica to qualify for their first World Cup, and now because of that, Jamaica has to qualify through the Inter-confederation playoffs. They'll be taking on New Caledonia. New Caledonia never qualified for the World Cup before. They did pretty well at the end. They were well in their group stage, qualified. In the second round, they played knockout rounds, I should say. They played Tahiti, won comfortable 3-0, or at least in the second half. Then they went up against New Zealand, and it was expected for the most part that New Zealand would qualify. They did well to keep a clean sheet in the first half, but New Zealand were too strong, and so New Zealand was able to get the spot. Now, New Caledonia has to qualify through the Inter-confederation playoffs, which is a lot harder. I said Zari, but it's DR Congo. They were named Zari when they did qualify for the World Cup back in 1974. But again, that's the last time they've qualified for a World Cup. They will be taking on again either Jamaica or New Caledonia. Okay, Suriname in path two have never qualified for the World Cup before. They did pretty well though themselves. Really tough at the end though for them. Yeah, yeah, they lost their last match against Guatemala, which obviously set them back, and that's why they have to try and qualify this way, which again is going to be tougher. They again will be going up against Bolivia. Bolivia are the most experienced out of all the nations that I've mentioned in this World Cup qualifiers, Inter-confederation playoffs. They've qualified for 3 World Cups, though, if interested enough. They are an OG 13 nation, though. They are one of the first 13 nations to ever compete at the World Cup back in 1930. They were in a, they were in the CONMEBOL World Cup playoffs, which is qualifying rounds, which I would always say is the toughest out of any of them. But they just about made it on the last match day with a win against Brazil, though. Again, the winner of this match will then go on and take on Iraq. Iraq, late on, I believe it was, they lost to the UAE at the end. But yeah, that was unfortunate for them, but they still got another chance. This might be an easier chance for them. We'll see. Quick prediction, I'm going to go with DR Congo qualifying in path one, and in path two, going to go with Bolivia. I think Bolivia might do it, qualify for a fourth time. Anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate it as usual. In a few hours, I'm going to be in Cardiff City Stadium. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy the area. Anyway, thanks again. Bye.